Hello and welcome. My name is Destiny. I am a senior here at North Carolina Wesleyan College, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a forward step lunge. Before we get started, we're going to need a few things. For this exercise, you're going to need a spotter. You're also going to need a barbell with any additional weights you would like to use. For the purpose of this demonstration, no weights were used, and I suggest that if this is the first time that you're doing this exercise, to start off with no weights and just the barbell, and as you become more comfortable with the exercise, you can increase your weight. Next is proper attire. It is always best to work out in something that is lightweight and breathable, shoes that are comfortable, that offer stability, and always add a positive attitude to your exercise. Exercise should never feel like a chore and should be something that you can enjoy. And of course, before you begin any exercise, you're always going to want to warm up. Warming up helps to warm up your muscles for the exercise and prevent any soreness and injury. So let's get started. So let's cover starting position, starting with the athlete. You're going to want to step under the bar and position your feet parallel to each other. Grasp the bar with a closed, pronated grip. Place the bar in a balanced position on the upper back and shoulders above the posterior deltoids at the base of the neck. For this, we're going to be using a hand grip that is only slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Lift your elbows to create a shelf for the bar using the upper back and shoulder muscles. Hold the chest up and out and tilt the head slightly up. Once in this position, you're going to signal your spotter for assistance in moving the bar off of the supports. Extend the hips and knees to lift the bar. Take 2 or 3 steps backwards, and all of your repetitions will begin from this position. As for your spotter, you're going to stand erect and very close to the athlete, but not in a manner that it's distracting. Place your feet shoulder width apart with the knees slightly flexed. When the athlete gives you the signal, you're going to assist with lifting and balancing the bar as it is moved out of the rack. You're going to move with the athlete in unison as the athlete takes a couple steps backwards to the starting position. Once the athlete is in this position, get into a hip-wide stance with the knees slightly flexed and torso erect. Position your hands near the athlete's hips, waist, or their torso. And this is where all of your repetitions, again, will begin. All right, let's get started. Starting with your athlete, you're going to want to take one exaggerated step directly forward with the leg of your choice. This is what we're going to call your lead leg. So anything in reference to this leg, whether that be your hip, your foot, your knee, is going to be referred to as the lead. Your other leg, the one that doesn't move forward, is going to be referred to as your trailing leg. So anything in reference to that, whether it be the foot or the knee, is also going to be referred to as trailing. So let's continue. You're going to keep your torso erect as the lead foot moves forward and contacts the floor. Keep the trailing foot in the starting position, but allow the trailing knee to slightly flex. Plant the lead foot flat on the floor, pointing straight ahead or slightly inward. Allow the lead hip and knee to flex slowly and keep the lead knee directly above your lead foot. Continue to flex the trailing knee until it is about 1 to 2 inches above the floor. At the same time, you're going to want to balance the weight evenly between the ball of your trailing foot and the whole lead foot. With this in mind, keep the torso perpendicular to the floor by sitting back on the trailing leg. Now let's cover the spotter. Step forward with the same lead leg as the athlete and keep the lead knee and foot aligned with the athlete's lead foot. Plant the lead foot 12 to 18 inches behind the athlete's lead foot. Flex the lead knee as the athlete's lead knee flexes. And at the same time, be sure to keep the torso erect and keep the hands near the athlete's hips, waist, or torso. Assist only when necessary to keep the athlete balanced. This is going to be your forward movement phase. All right, so let's cover the backward movement phase, starting with the athlete. Forcefully push off the floor by extending the lead hip and knee. Maintain the same erect torso position, but don't jerk the upper body backwards. Bring the lead foot back to a position next to the trailing foot, but you don't want to stutter step. So this entire transition should be smooth, and you should not feel like you're going to fall or you're stuttering or struggling. Stand erect in the starting position, pause, and then we're going to alternate legs. Now, what once was your trailing leg will now become your lead leg for the next repetition. At the end of the set, you'll step backwards to the rack and place the bar on the supports with the spotter's assistance. As for your spotter, you're going to push backward with the lead leg in unison with the athlete, bring the lead foot back to a position next to the trailing foot, and again, being sure that you're not stutter stepping. This should be smooth. Keep your hands near the athlete's hips, waist, or torso, and stand erect in the starting position. Pause to wait for the athlete and alternate leading legs for the next repetition. And again, you only assist when necessary to keep the athlete balanced. And at the end of the set, you will help the athlete rack the bar. So now that we understand the phases of the exercise, let's see how it all comes together. And with that, congratulations, you just completed the forward step lunge. As always, make exercise fun, but make sure that you're being safe. And until next time, I'll see you later.